Hi, welcome to the new lecture series on cloud computing web series, and this is Amazon Web Services, and here I'm going to show you how we can able to utilize the services on Amazon Web Services. As you know, the cloud computing basic fundamentals like software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service. So in this module in the cloud computing web series, I'm going to concentrate on Amazon Web Services and create a virtual data center, virtual private data center. So mainly Amazon Web Services is a market leader from 2007 onwards, and so the main requirement is on this the main concentration on this course is completely hands-on lab. So there will be no theory or no lecture in this series. So you can able to follow on whatever I'm just showing the demos. So here we are going to create the virtual data center by creating some modules like Amazon Elastic Cloud Compute. So there'll be theory, but it's related to what are the modules that we are going to. So Amazon EC2 and Amazon S3, Amazon DynamoDB. So what I'm doing, what are the requirements in order to attend this course is like you just need to go to the aws.amazon.com/free, and this is a free tier. So Amazon gives you a free tier architecture for 1 year. So what is this free tier is you can able to utilize the resources up to 12 months. You just need to go to the Amazon and sign up an account, and once you sign up, you can utilize these are the different types of modules inside the Amazon Web Services. Like you can see Amazon EC2 Elastic Cloud Compute, so you can use 750 hours per month of Linux or different flavors of Linux, RHEL, SLES, and it gives 750 hours of T2.micro instant usage. So and you can get all the modules like what type of resources like you can use, like the cloud compute, compute and storage, like DynamoDB is also there, and DynamoDB is fast and flexible, no SQL database. This is S3 is highly scalable storage service, and there is a new Amazon IoT stands for in Amazon Web Services Internet of Things, so you can able to connect different devices to the cloud. This is a new trending technology that it was started from last 2 years. Amazon EC2, and these are the different infrastructure software and developer tools that it offers, like how much resources they are going to give, and for this requirement, like when you sign up for an Amazon Web Services free tier, you just have to sign up and enter your billing address and credit card information, because they need to verify that you are the person who is using the Amazon Web Services, and they will not charge you, and they will not because they need to verify that you are the person, and or else you if you exceed the free usage types, you will be charged, but you will get an alert if you are trying to use, because for this course you will not exceed the resources, because you're trying to create a small virtual private data center, and you need to give your main contact number or main cell phone number in order to sign up for this Amazon Web Services. So main understanding of this thing is to make you aware of the cloud computing services, what are in the infrastructure as a service. And as you know, the Amazon Web Services has been a market leader from 2007, and it has been building different types of products and solutions for a lot of companies, and many people have been using Amazon Web Services according to the region and according to the data availability centers. So what you are going to get it from this course is, we'll first see the different basic fundamentals of creating different modules in the Amazon Web Services. Then we'll create a complete virtual private data center, taking some application as an so this course is completely hands-on experience, hands-on labs. So there's no theory or anything, like you can just follow on by signing up Amazon free tier account. So once I sign up, I already signed up. So once I was in this page, aws.amazon.com, I'll go to the URL. So sign into the console with your username and password. So I need to provide an authentication code in the Amazon web services because I signed for a multi-factor authentication. So you have to install a good Google Authenticator app, and then in the Android device, this is a multi-factor authentication because if you are signing it from other devices, they need to get an authentication code, just like how you sign up with your bank credentials and the bank asks for a message. So let me go to the Google Authenticator app in my mobile and check the authentication code. So there is some issue with the authentication code. So I just signed on with the multi-factor authentication thing. So once I sign on, you can see my username and my region, and you can see Amazon Web Services and all the different types of tabs around it. So here it gives you my account, billing and cost management, security credentials, and what are the things. And here first thing you have to do is you have to select the region which is near to your location. So since I am near to the since I'm staying in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia, so we have to select the region which is near is maybe the European Union or US East or US West, Asia Pacific. So I think so I'm near to the European Union, so I'll just select Ireland. Because why we need to select the region is because it gives you an effective performance, and also there will be no hops between the network because it's all in the cloud. So you just make sure that you select the which region is new, because these are all nothing but the Amazon web services data centers that are located in different regions in different parts of the world. So first thing is what I will do is, like you can see, once you log in, you can see different types of Amazon web services that it offers. It offers in the arena of infrastructure as a service, as I said. So in the infrastructure, it offers in the compute, EC2, Elastic Cloud Computing, Elastic Container Service, Elastic Beanstalk, and Lambda. Elastic Beanstalk is nothing but a platform as a service model where you develop the code in Java and then write some platform independent applications and run these applications on the Amazon Web Services. Next, we go to the storage and content delivery. So we have the S3. S3 stands for storage, simple storage service, and CloudFront, Elastic File System. These are the different types of RDBMS, NoSQL databases, and also the storage service in the S3. So here the database is also there, DynamicDB, Elastic Lachi. So don't worry about that. You are seeing a lot of information on this thing, but I'm just going I'll go step by step. So once I am in the Amazon Web Services, first thing you have to do is you have to create a users and identity access management. So before I go to the identity access management, just let me introduce what is identity access management in Amazon Web Services and what is the main basic function. What are the main basic things that you are going to do in this Amazon Web Services AWS arena. So essentially, IAM allows you to manage users in the level of access to the AWS console. It is an important to understand identity access management and how it works for administrating companies' accounts in real life. So it's nothing but you need to manage the use. It's just like an add to directory in Windows Server where you create users and assign the passwords, where you create roles and where you create permissions, and where you create different types of groups, and you put all the different types of groups, all the different types of users in that group. So it just basically you're creating a different set of users and then managing it in the identity access management. So it's a centralized control features of identity access management. It's a centralized control of your AWS account. Integrate with existing Active Directory account using single sign-on. So once you have the Active Directory service, you will just connect with the Active Directory Federation services, and then it allows a single sign-on SSO approach. It has fine-grained access control to AWS resource. Access is available on users, groups, and roles. So what is the difference between the users, groups, and roles? Is like user is a certain user in an organization. Group is like you can assign different types of users in a single group, and role is similar to a group, but roles you will assign to the AWS resources. And multi-factor authentication, as a login, just you have seen how the Google Authenticator app or different types of apps that you can able to access the Amazon Web Services. And provide temporary access for users and devices and also the services where necessary, and allows you to set up your own password rotation policy for your organization, like if you want to set up your own password or anything like that. So high level concepts: what are the users? End users like us, think people, and group, a collection of users under one set of permissions. Like if you want to create a group, means like you will have certain users and you will put it in developers group or designers group or whatever group that you have in your organization. Roles similar to your group, but you can assign both users and AWS resources. AWS resources is nothing but whatever the things that are there in the AWS services module, like EC2, storage or network, Route 53, and Elastic Cloud Compute, Cloudflare. These are the different types of resources. You will see a step by step. I know this this makes a kind of confusion for you, but don't worry, I'll go step by step, and I'll just make sure that you follow what I'm just doing in the hands-on lab. So before going, we'll see the roles and their policy templates. So we have different types of policy templates is there. Administrator access, it has full access to the AWS services and resources. And power user access, it has complete access just like the administrator, but you can't be able to manage users and groups. Read only access, only it just as the name specifies. More granular access depending on the resources required, such as S3 access and all those things. So first thing is, I'll go to the identity access management. So it's in the security and identity. So first thing is, you have to make sure that your AWS is safe and secure. Just click on the IAM under security and identity. So these are identity access management console. So here what you will do is we will do all the steps 1 2 3 4 5. So I already done 2 steps. Delete your root access keys. It comes the default, because whenever you create an account, you need to delete delete it, because it provides an unrestricted access to the AWS resources. So we can create a temporary security credentials here, and then has these things. And the next step that we do is activate MFA on your root account. Means nothing but MFA stands for multi-factor authentication. So you need to add a layer of protection, just like how you have bank accounts. When you are trying to log in, it asks for the message. Nowadays a bank account has a multi-factor authentication, like a virtual app. You can download an app, and you will get a temporary random codes generated automatically to your apps. So click on the manage MFA. You can able to, I already did it, resynchronize the device and deactivate the MFA device. So once you have the resynchronize the MFA device, just click on the resynchronize the MFA device. So just from the Android, just download the specific app. There's a specific apps are there for this one MFA. You can just directly go to the Google App Store, and I will show which app you need to download. And also I'll put the link in the below YouTube link, in the below YouTube video. You can just go to the AWS MFA. This is for iPhone and Android also there. So this is a multi-factor authentication app. So you can see. So this is a device, and there's a virtual, you need to take the virtual MFA device, and you can able to use a hardware key FOB MFA device also, but you have to pay for it. But for this, to make it simple, just download this Google Authenticator or virtual AWS virtual. But for me, AWS virtual MFA is working. So it depends on your usage. If it is working, you can use a Google Authenticator also. It's simple and easy. So one thing, so authentication code 1 and 2. So once you log into the AWS virtual once you install it, just click on the root authentication. So first code you have to enter. I can't show the code because it's secured. The codes, please wait. I'm just entering the codes. So now that I have resynchronized the MFA on my root account, so now that multi-factor authentication is enabled on my AWS, so whenever I'm logging in, it will ask the 2 codes, random codes, to generate, and then sign in with that codes. And the next step is, the third step is create individual IAM, identity access management users. So here we'll create an users and give the permissions what they need for day to day, because the root account provides unrestricted access to AWS. So I'll just click on the manage users, create a new user. I'll just say just give the username, whatever is the thing. Generate an access key for each user. So if this access key is nothing but a key and value pair, like a username and password, just click on create. And your one user has been created successfully, and this is the last time that users will be available for download. So these user security credentials, I'll just click on the user security credentials, and here you can see access key ID and the security access key. So here what is the thing is, here you can see what is the username and what is the password for this username. So this is nothing but this access key ID and secret access key will be mainly used if the user wants to log in from a command prompt and want to manage a Linux virtual machine or the Linux managed instances from the command or putty or any kind of FTP file manager. So here you can able to download the credentials. If you miss this downloading the credentials, I will show how you can able to do from the second part. So once I created it, I'll just close on it. You haven't downloaded, this is the last time you will be available for downloads. I'll just click on close. So once the user has been created, so here I can click on the user and go to the user access and manage access keys. So here what I can do is I can delete this access key and recreate it next time, because since I have downloaded, I have forgot to download the access keys. And then what I can do is once I delete it, go to the manage access keys and create an access key from here. So from here I can download the credentials. So the credentials has been downloaded to the CSV format, and once the user has been there, I need to manage the password for the user also, because I just created only the key value pair. So I will just use an auto generated password, because it will be giving an users, you will be using the auto requested select from the options below to manage a password for this user. So or you can able to assign a custom password. So you can able to do the other things or requires users to create a password. So I'll just assign an auto generated password. Click on next, and you can see his password from here. You can download the credentials or you can just give this password to the specific user, but make sure whenever you download the credentials, keep it safe and secure in your system. So now what we done is we have created an user, and we have created password, and also we have created a key value pair. So next thing is I'll go to the dashboard. I want to have the user in a group, because I want to create a group and add that user to a group. So users use groups to assign permissions. So I'll go to the step 4. Use IAM groups to assign permissions to your IAM to simplify managing and avoiding permissions in your accounts. So what I can do is I'll go to the click on manage groups. So there's no group is there. Create a new group. Just name it. I'll just name it as developers group. So here I have different types of access permissions that I want to give it, which type of permission that you want to give it to this user. So here I want to have like administrator access as complete thing. So what I can do is I want to give him the power, not the administrator access, power user access, because he's a developer. He can able to create and manage view all the resources, but I don't want him to manage all the users. So what I can do is I can search power previous policies. Let me search here itself. Yeah, I want to assign this power user access. Since I specified in the document, it has full access except management of users and groups. So what I can do is I'll just click on the power user access, and click on the next step. So policies, you can just see what is the user policies and which resources he has an access to this one. So click on create group. So I have created a group and I want to assign users to this group. So go to the users, click on actions and add users to the groups. So I want to add, to developers group, click on add to groups. Now that I have an access key, I have a password for the user and also the groups have been associated. Now I'll go to the dashboard and create the last one, apply an IAM password policy. So what password policy that you want to have it, and how you can able to apply it in the Amazon Web Services. So what I can do is I'll go to the step 4 of 5, click on manage password policy. So what's the password policy in your organization? So I want the minimum password length to be 10 and requires at least uppercase, lowercase, one number. So you can keep whatever your organization is having the organization rule, and enable password expiration for every 2 months, and prevent password reuse. So for every 2 months I want them to change the password, and I don't want to repeat the same password for every 2 months. Number of passwords to remember 3 times. Password expiration requires administration reset. I don't want like this. You can make the customizations depending on your organization policy, and I just want to create apply password policy. So the password policy has been applied. Now, so what you have done is we to go to the dashboard and see all the things, all the 5 things has been done, like creating a user, creating a group, and assigning the user with the security credentials of access key, like the key value pair. And also we have added that user, we have created a password, a random password for that user, and created a group, and given the group policy like power user access to that group, developers group, and added that user to this group. So we have done and apply an IAM password. We have done all the steps. 4 of 5 is complete. This is the first thing, main thing that you have to do when you sign into the AWS console, because from the security point of view you have to complete all the 5 steps. Now I'm coming back to the roles. Roles are similar to the groups, but it has an access to the AWS resource also, because what's the main difference between the groups and the roles is, in the roles you will only manage different types of users and you will assign them to different groups. But in the roles, the AWS resources also it can be managed, and suppose an EC2 instance wants to access an S3 storage, you can able to assign a role to that EC2 instance. So I'll just click on the roles and I'll create a new role. I will say EC2 access to S3. So EC2 is nothing but elastic cloud compute. It wants to access the I want to access the simple storage by giving the role by giving this permission. So next step is, what are the AWS service roles I want to so which service you want to allow EC2 instance to call AWS services on your behalf. So on my behalf of EC2 instances will call or will do API calls, or will do a kind of storage inside the AWS services and all those things. So I want AWS instances to call AWS service on my behalf. Click on select, and what kind of access that I want, Amazon EC2 full access, or so I want Amazon S3 full access, because I want this one, because I want an EC2 instance to call to the S3 service. So this is Amazon S3 full access. To this resource I want to call from Amazon EC2 instance to Amazon S3 simple storage service. So click on the next step. So EC2 access to S3 role name and role what is the role policies. So I want EC2 instance to call to the S3 service, and this is identity provider, and click on create role. Now EC2 access to S3 is there. Now you can see different types of actions. What are the role actions that you can able to delete or create another role. So now that I have created users, groups, roles, and so these are the different things. And also one more thing I just want to make sure that you need to understand, you can able to customize this users IAM user sign in link. So whenever you want users to sign in, you can able to customize it. So here I can say just cloud So it will check for the namespace and it will create a specific namespace according to your organization needs. So it is just checking the namespace. Should contain, it must contain only digits lowercase or uppercase but cannot end with a hyphen. So I can just say, so now that I have the URL for this IAM access, IAM user sign-in link, so anybody can come. It looks like a little bit meaningful whenever users wants to sign in. You can able to do customizations. So what you have done, so I'll just go to review whatever the things. So learn that in identity access management is effectively the management console for managing access to AWS resources for an organization. So we have seen how IAM is useful to create the users and to create the multi-factor authentication and to give access and to enable the password and to create the specific security policies and specific policy templates for that user or for the role. So IAM consists of users, groups, and roles. User is an individual. Groups are nothing but a collection of users with one set of permissions, and roles can be applied to both users and AWS services, such as different types of services in the AWS space. So we have seen how to create users, groups, and roles, how to enable the multi-factor authentication, how to create a single sign-on link for users with your own organization, and how to set a password policy. So we have seen how to create a custom password policy. So this is the first module in the AWS space, and I think you got some idea on the IAM space. And in the next module, we'll see how EC2 instance and how to create a S3 storage and what are the different functionality that is there. So as I said, this is a complete hands-on lab, and I think so it does make a little bit of sense to you. You can able to sign on to the Amazon Web Services free account, and then you can create everything. So I'll just put the different types of what you need for these things in the below URL below URL. And if you have any questions, you can just post it in the below video in the comment section. And thank you for watching. Have a nice day.